Welcome everyone to our Sunday public meeting. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Juliana, and I've been part of the Spirits group since 2011. Before the lockdown, I was always working in the kids' gospel. And so we're going to start our public meeting with our initial prayer. I'd like to ask you to sit comfortably. Make yourself comfortable. Deep breath. You can close your eyes. Connect to the spiritual world. Elevate your thoughts. And thanks everyone for coming. I'd like to thank everyone for coming here today, for staying with us today. I'd like to ask our mentors of the group to guide the speech, and may the words will be said today be enlightened to our hearts, and so be it. Another deep breath. So today I'm going to be talking about the different order of spirits. This part is just a sub-chapter from chapter 1 of the second book of the Spirits book. And on the second book, the first chapter talks all about spirits, the spiritual world. So I'm gonna today just to gather on this few questions about the order of the spirits. And my point here will be to show what level we are in the whole, and when we talk about spirits, it's the whole universe. It's not just our soul. It's everywhere. So my goal here is just to talk about, to see how we are. It's another path for self-knowledge and getting to know ourselves, so we can improve spiritually. Getting better spirit. Nothing related to matter. Only spirits. So I'd like to just see the first question of this chapter. I'm gonna go just to get this. Again, just explain, the Spirits book is a scientific study that Allan Kardec conducted, asking the spirits, and in various sessions, spiritual sessions, questions, and putting them together, in a scientific way, where they have all an order, in order, so you understand. When you start the book the second book of the spirits, the first whole chapter just talk about the spiritual worlds, and they'll talk about lots of things, about perispirits, reincarnation, and the last one is even interesting, is angels and demons. How we deal with this. So that's a very interesting read if you want to. But I will start with this question. This is question 76, and it's the first question of this chapter 1. And is Allan Kardec, when starting about, he wants to know more about the spirits. So he asked the spirits, the enlightened spirits, how can spirits be defined? So the answer was, spirits may be defined as intelligent beings of the creation. They populate the universe outside the matter world. So what we're talking about here is spirits, not the matter. A matter would be our body, for example. That's matter we find on Earth, So that's all spirits that inhabits lots of beings, not just human beings, lots of animals, plants, and all, the entire universe. So we're talking about in this broad way of seeing you as a spirit. We have a soul. Our soul is a spirit, is a soul reincarnated in a body. So it is a spirit. We are a spirit. So, and there's a note as well on this question. They say the word spirits employed here to designate extracorporeal beings, not the universal intelligent element. So we are intelligent beings of the creation. Okay, so we jump now to question 96. So he goes and it goes always in the order, just because until you get this one. So what I'm gonna talk about this is different order of spirits, and at the end I'm gonna make a point why I'm talking about this today. So, and pardon me if I'm going too fast. Sometimes I get a little bit nervous. This speech as well is not gonna take that long. I think for the next half an hour I'll be talking here. Hopefully not more. So let's start. So question 96. This is starting the sub-chapter saying different order of spirits. So Allan Kardec asked, are all spirits equal, or there is a spirit hierarchy? Okay. So they answered, there are varying degrees according to the level of purification that they have attained. So the main thing here to say is it's a purification. And when they say purification, it's not like you're washing your hands or maintaining your body hygiene. It's about your soul, your spirit purification. That is actually detaching from the matter. So what the order of spirits is, how detached from the matter you are. So as much detached to matter, more evolved, more pure you are. In this we're talking about spirits and the whole universe, spirits in the whole universe. So he goes on and asks, is there a set of number of orders or degrees of purification among spirits? Do we classify them in an order? And then the first question, the number is unlimited. So it is unlimited. And I'll explain why this is unlimited. The reason is unlimited because there is no marked line between different degrees of elevation. Good morning. Just saw good morning there. So there's no different degrees of there's no marked line for different degrees of elevation. It's not like a video game, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. But you do have the levels according. It depends on your own elevation. But they are like this. They are not like this level 1, this level 2. No, they are like this: level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 4, and maybe infinite. Infinite levels, because we know, when we take like about the universe, the speed that the universe goes, of evolving or developing, how thousands of light years that's going to take for I start to die or to be born. So that's what we're talking about, this infinity that we have no idea. Not no idea, we have not a way to quantify this, to count, because unlimited. So the number is unlimited for us because we cannot count. We're not gonna find numbers. Because the universe is like this. So that's what and it's good for us to take this position that we are just, less than a mustard seed in the universe as a spiritual being and, as a spirit. And we kind of, it's a good path for being not much selfish, because I'm gonna come to this one as well when we talk about the third order. So they come, if we consider the general characteristics of the spirit, so in general, we might reduce them to 3 principal orders. So although there's no division, it's an unlimited number. They do, just for us to understand, because there's things we cannot understand yet, because we cannot see or quantify, and this, we're talking about the universe, everything that it actually happens in the universe, we are not aware of, so we are not able to understand, perhaps. So they reduce in 3 main characters. So general, so they have some these orders, they have something in common. That's very important, because there's no fixed or arbitrary divisions among the spirits. They may be greater or less a number of orders depending on the point of view from which they are contemplated. So it depends on my point of view I am, or how evolved I am. It is really infinite numbers. The numbers are unlimited. So that's question 97. And then the spirits go ahead and talk about what are this order, 3 orders. So the highest order is held by those who have reached perfection. They are pure spirits, And when they say pure spirit, they are completely detached from matter, In the second rank, in the second order, we have those who have reached like the middle of the ladder. So we have the ones that definitely reached, the perfection, and they, like Jesus Christ is definitely a pure spirit, Now we have the middle, this is the second order, and the spirits are mainly concerned with doing good, And then we have the third or lowest rank, the order, that comprises those who are towards the bottom of the scale of the ladder, the imperfect spirits. And I'm gonna break to everyone, we are imperfect spirits. We are not ever near to even this, well, might be near, some of us might be near to the second one. And I'm not saying here to judge anyone, to judge me or judge anyone. I'm saying this because Earth is still, although we are transitioning, we are in a planetary transition, but we lived for a long time and we are still in trial and expiation. So trials and expiation word is a word where bad things prevail, evil prevail. Let's say evil, like bad things happens a lot, it's prevailing. We started recently a transitioning to get Earth to a better place, a regeneration, where we generate regeneration world, where more good prevails. We still have bad, but good prevails. We are in a transition. So remember, it's nothing in the universe, in the nature, or everything. It's finished one, it started one. It's always a transition. It's not like level 1, level 2. It's always intercalate, because it's you transition, you go gradually, you grow gradually, you evolve gradually. So coming back, we are now at we still trials and expiations, which means we need to come here to work our passions, our vices, and everything that is still not good in us, So that's why we are imperfect. But we actually have seen and probably have known good spirits from the second order that come here. And we're going to explain a bit later on, just to see. Okay, we are, 15 minutes, perfect. So these spirits in the second order, they come here to Earth. They come here to Earth to actually do good, because their main concern is doing good, And although we are imperfect, we received third or second order spirits here that it comes like they come on a mission. And we have seen some of those probably became very known figures, others totally anonymous. So it's not something that we can identify like this. Oh yeah, you look like a second order spirit. Oh no, you are third. No, it's not this. We are not able to actually judge, because it's a judging. You're judging by the appearance. We don't know what is the spirits. We can't see spirits inside that person, so we cannot see how evolved. We don't have this capability, not here on Earth, while we are reincarnated. So it's something that I leave to our imagination, or But the second order are people that came here to help us evolve, And because we are in a planetary transitional, those second order spirits might be coming more often here, So that's question 97. So of course, Allan Kardec continue asking, because as a scientific researcher, he's asking, he go developing this idea until, gets a broad and a very explained way. So he asks, do second order spirits only desire good, or do also have power to accomplish it, the good? So that's the power. And then the answer is the power is proportionate to the degree of perfection. Some are distinguished by their scientific knowledge, others by their wisdom and kindness. Despite this, it is still necessary for them to experience trials. So they have to come here. So those second order spirits, which are not us, that mostly, they come here because they also need to work, on the trials. When they said each order, it's an infinite variety of degrees, because each one is unique in your development. Spiritually talking, we are spiritually talking. Each one's unique. I cannot compare myself with my next neighbor, because we are different. We have done different paths in our reincarnations history. It's not just this life, in many lives. So only this minimal detail makes us different, unique, So, and one things we know in the spiritism is that there's no there's no generalization. You do that to be able to understand. We are limited beings. We can't understand everything. We don't know the whole truth about the universe. About we trying to understand. That's why we have some questions. But coming back to the second order spirits that comes here, they come here because they need to work on themselves as well. Some trials. They need to pass for some trials, and each reincarnation is different. It's unique. It's just like the spirits. So we are not able to understand maybe why exactly they are here, but they are here. And not only this, they do two things. They work on themselves and they bring us elevation, bring to Earth, and as a collective, the whole planet, as a collective, spirits, we live together. They bring us elevation, and in the planetary transition, that's the second order spirits. They are more frequent coming here. Still, again, they also need to work, because on the level they are of the degrees of elevation between the second orders, it's a huge gap, maybe an infinite number of levels, that you go. So there will be second order spirits that are more near to the imperfect spirits. So they mainly want to do good, but they still need to work a little bit. And they'll be good second order spirits. They're gonna be maybe near to the pure spirits, They maybe do only good, they are able to really be so selfless that they only do good to others, who I don't want to limit more this, because when we think about the universe and how big, how unmeasurable for us is, that anything that how it happens, what things happens, is the same as well. So I don't want to put as well in boxes and classify, but this is just for us to understand better, if we understand. So that's about the second order of the spirits. They're still coming here. Most of them, it's only a few of them that come here. They need to come here. I remember reading one about Beethoven. Yeah, Beethoven, like a genius. Sometimes we have those second order spirits coming, and he had, I don't know if it was a second order spirit, but he was very, very evolved spirits, but he still need to work some passions. He did very good. He, he provided classic music for us. He brought classic music, others as well, but no, that's one. I think it was Beethoven or Wagner. I think it was, yeah, no, Wagner. Wagner was, he was a really good in, he brought us classic music, and it's most pure thing, music. But he also had a life very different. He wasn't a life of happiness, doing good, and a life that we would think that evolved spirits would be. But he was one, but he just need to walk here. So that's why he came to Earth. But I'm not saying that he's a second order, because I don't have this information. But it's like, when the second order spirits are coming, could be that they need to work a little bit, but they will bring as well scientific knowledge. So innovations that we see, discoveries that we have through, all the centuries, since the beginning of civilization, lots of coming here to help, wisdom, kindness. So they're second order, they are here more on a mission. So that's why I don't feel I'm here in a mission. I'm just trying to work my problems in here. So that's why we are in the imperfect, for two things. As I said before, first, Earth is not a place yet for where good prevail. So most of the people here are, are imperfect, because we are working on our imperfections, and this is moral moral, but moral, when I say, is like spiritually evolution, detaching from the matter, not needing matter, not being attached to matter. And this is, not about our things that we possess, but things that we get attached, matter that we get attached, and other people that we get attached that we should not be getting attached, like possessing, the possession feelings. But anyway, just going again too much. So coming back, so that's the second order. The third order, which is most of us, it's the imperfect. Here, Allan Kardec asks as well, are all third order spirits essentially bad? Because if you're not doing mainly good, so are we bad? And then, of course, the first answer is no, not at all. And we think, like, in the third order as well, is going to be an infinite vary of levels that you're going to be passing on. Some spirits will be down there, very, very, very not as evolved as the ones near to the second order. But so that's is the difference. We are not essentially bad. We are just evolving, and we take time. Some would take more time than the others. So they answer like this: no, some are neutral, not doing any good or bad. In contrast, others take pleasure in weakness, and are delighted when they find opportunity to do wrong. There exists that. Others may be flippant or mischievous rather than malicious. They amuse themselves by perplexing the human beings on whom they are able to act, and annoying for them for their own pleasure. So there is, and what differentiates is someone is in this scale, someone is on this scale, but we're still all in this third order, the imperfect spirits, because we're still walking, And one of the things is, in the beginning, what they say is the third order is by ignorance. So ignorance prevails. And when we say ignorance here, we're saying in this way that awareness what's around us. One of my speeches said, every wrong being doing, it's rooted to selfishness, and selfishness is awareness of yourself, only or mostly, so when we are selfish, when we only think about ourselves, we get attached to it. We get attached to this matter that's me. And because we only see body, we don't see spirits, unless if you have developed your mediumship, to see it. We get attached to this one, to what I am, and this is and then we do things to amuse us. Sometimes people don't do bad things because they like it or because they amuse us, but is that because they are in this ignorance where they are aware only themselves? They are not aware of the other. They are not much aware, or they haven't yet have the click to say what I'm doing is hurting other people and is doing consequences for our environment, is doing consequences for this. It's always, act of selfishness that it's a wrongdoing. And when they say ignorance, is that a lack of awareness of the other, of collective, because when we live a little bit ourselves, we are able to when we are able to see the other, your next, we are able to put on their shoes to see how is their point of view and realize that's different from us. So what the main reason I chose this theme for today is that two things that we can learn from this one, from knowing about the different order of spirits. First, diversity. We are diversity in spirit. We are diverse. We are not equal to anyone. And you can be you can be similar to your mom and dad or your grandparents. You can similar to your sister or brother. But spiritually speaking, you are unique. So we are diverse, even in our own family, in our own things that we are alike. Sometimes I do things that I think, oh, my mom does that. But spiritually speaking, we are all different beings. We are diverse. So diversity is the first thing for us to be aware of, and that leads us to knowing ourselves, because we understand we are just a mustard seed in this whole universe as a spirit, and we are not less than anyone else. We are just the same seed in different development, and this makes takes a great burden from us. It makes us not need to compare ourselves to others. I don't need to be as good as this person. I like this person and I'm inspired by this person, what he's doing, but I don't need to stress myself to get to the same, because his path is different than mine, and it's okay. Maybe if that person went a little bit more and I know I'm not, each one has your own speed. You can't rush on this, because if you rush, you might trap in selfishness and wrongdoing. And that leads to the imperfect spirits. When as a human being, we are bound to do mistakes. That's imperfect. We do mistakes. That's normal. So we realize this. So you don't need to be stressing yourself because, I did that mistake, I shouldn't have done. No. Instead of, I know I'm a human being, I do mistakes, but I'm gonna get better than this. I'm gonna correct. I'm gonna try to not do it again. And then leads your path to self-knowledge and self-development. And slowly you get detached from this matter, this selfishness, So that's why I wanted to come this one, to talk about more our path, our own path to being better, to evolving, developing, and also to realize that we are diverse in spirit. So we have to respect the diversity of others, And once we understand that, it's much easier for us. It's a burden that takes us, stress that we have to be always good, always doing good. No, it's not going to be here. Sometimes we're going to do good, even not willingly, and even not knowing that we did, and we're not going to realize at that time. We're going to realize maybe later, a few years later, something. But you don't need to be stressing yourself. Oh my God, I need to be good. I need to be good. I need to be good. We are all going to get to the same path. We are all going to get to the pure spirits. Oh, the one thing I remember. Pure spirits are some of the, this is in the spirits book, they say, in the same chapter says, usually this first order are the ones that we call angels, archangels, and seraphims. That's why Jesus it's one pure spirit, that came to earth. So just wrapping up, because get to the end, that's all I wanted to say. Is this to, apart for you to know yourself better, it makes you happier because you know the things you do good, the things you do not that good, and then you can improve on that, And also, when you realize that you're just a seed, you don't feel like, and that's very important. It's not for you to feel that you are insignificant. No. You are just a seed, but we need lots of seeds to make something. We are together, connected. We got together to do great things. We are not alone, and we need help from others as well. So, just would like to finish with this diversity, knowing yourself. It's also a path for your a happier life, a happier self. We know that anything that matters, things you buy doesn't bring you happiness, but knowing yourself is a path for being happier, and also helping you with any, sometimes you're a bit depressed, or you're not feeling, when you take and read about this, and then you think about, oh, wait, I am some being. I know I'm just seed, a mustard seed, but I am unique, and everyone's different than me. That makes us say, oh, that is diversity. That is, we are all together, and we are all connected, even being different. I don't need to be better than anyone. I don't need to compete with anyone, but I can compete to myself to get better myself, not putting myself down for that. So I hope I had passed more or less what I wanted to pass. I just would like to end this, saying thank you very much for everyone who was here. I don't know if there is any questions. I wasn't looking at I have two screens, so I was looking here to the camera and not to the to questions. But if anyone has any questions, Stephen, you can post it. Otherwise, we can finish now. Okay. I'm going to end with a final prayer. Again, if anyone would like to sit comfortably and connect to the spiritual world, enlighten their thoughts. I'd like to thank everyone for being here, for our mentors, for guiding us. I hope I could have made my point. And I wish everyone a great weekend. And God bless. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.